What's up guys, I'm Zach and welcome to the very first episode of Be The Budget. In this series, I'm going to be looking at various items and comparing different price points to the quality, the fit, and answering the question at the end of the video, which one I believe is personally worth the price. In that being said, today's video we're going to be looking at 3 different t-shirts at 3 drastically different price points, starting off with one of the most classic, one of the most versatile, and one of the most well-known t-shirts, and that is the Uniqlo U Airism t-shirt. Now, without doubt, this t-shirt is one of the most talked about, one of the most renowned, and one of the most known t-shirts in the streetwear industry. 1, because of its affordable price point, but 2, because of the fit, the quality, and the overall details of this t-shirt. Now, me personally, I've held off for a number of years without getting into the hype on the Uniqlo U Airism tees. I have tried them once or twice in the past, however, I wasn't a big fan of them back then, and they didn't have that signature oversized look that they do today. So with that being said, it's time for me to try it on and give you my first impressions and answer the question, is this $20 t-shirt worth it? Alright. Okay, so first impressions, I'm really enjoying the t-shirt and I really do love this boxy silhouette. It's a little bit elongated in the shoulders and the sleeves, a little bit cropped towards the bottom of the t-shirt, and a little bit boxy in nature as you can see. Now I really do love this, and this is personally the type of fit I look for in most of my t-shirts. Now, the only sort of thing that I'm not a huge fan of is the mix of the polyester sort of blend in it, which does give it a little bit more of a sporty feel. Now, I know that's one of the reasons that a lot of people love this. However, I definitely feel like I'm just wearing a little bit more of a sports t-shirt. However, one thing that I do love is that I feel like they've really mastered the blend here because it doesn't look like a sporty t-shirt. If anything, it just looks like a regular cotton t-shirt. And for $20, I don't think you could really pick this up and be upset about it. I think it looks great, personally. Now, I don't really have any critiques about this. As I mentioned, I'm not a big fan of this sort of sporting material blend in with it. However, I can see that it does add a little bit more breathability to the garment. But I will say, the fit, the quality, I think I finally understand why everyone is talking about the Uniqlo U Airism tee, and especially for getting such a quality t-shirt with an oversized contemporary fit for the low of only $20. Yeah, okay, I'm buying into the hype. And whilst I was in Uniqlo, I did see that they have these t-shirts in a variety of colors and tones, which personally I really did like. However, for me, I'm always a big fan of the classic black silhouette, so I had to pick it up in this t-shirt, and I think that is the best look. Though, I will say right now, I can already see myself going back for that. The sage green, the olive, and perhaps a cream t-shirt as well. And based off my first impressions, I'll have to give this a solid 8.7 out of 10 overall. I love the quality, I love the fit. The only thing that sort of throws me off is that polyester blend, which obviously is bringing down the price point, which is also a big factor to why I love this t-shirt so much. With that being said, I reckon it's time we check out Represent's blank t-shirt, which is $155. Let's check that out. Moving into the next t-shirt, this is the Represent blank jet black t-shirt. Now, I will preface this by saying I have had this in my wardrobe rotation for quite a while, so I won't be giving exactly my first impressions, but I haven't also worn it in quite a while. So let me throw this on and give you my honest thoughts on this t-shirt. Okay. Alright, so now I remember why I loved and picked up this t-shirt initially. And overall, I feel like Represent really executed the details on this t-shirt perfectly, personally. Now, it does feature a thick neck collar at the top, as you can see there, which I do love on all my t-shirts. I feel like it just structures the entire t-shirt, and I definitely feel like that's what it's doing here. Slightly elongated in the sleeves, not quite as much as the Uniqlo U Airism tee, but slightly longer than your average t-shirt. It does feature a little bit more of a cropped finish towards the bottom, and overall a boxy fit. I will say it is quite similar to the Uniqlo U t-shirt, maybe off by 1 or 2 centimeters, but very, very similar in the overall fit. And personally, I really love this one, and I think it really comes down to the fact that, as I said previously, I'm a big fan of just 100% cotton t-shirts, and that's exactly what this one is here. But I also want to mention, I know that 100% cotton t-shirts doesn't always equate to comfort or quality or breathability, anything like that. However, on this t-shirt, it is very structured. It feels like it's a little bit more of a thicker material. However, it also has such a soft feel, very reminiscent to picking up like a vintage t-shirt that's been washed throughout years, and it just has that very soft feel. I would say that is very similar to how this t-shirt feels on body. and I love the way it drapes over there on the shoulders, finishes with a little bit of a crop. The t-shirt also does feature a premium branding detail very subtly on the bottom of the t-shirt. As you can see there, it is a metal tag, which also is embossed with Represent's logo. Now, I really do love that detail. I feel like it just sort of brings up the overall experience, the premium quality, and sort of gives you a little bit more value for that $155 price range, which honestly, at the end of the day, it is still quite a lot for a t-shirt. But in saying that, I think there's one more that is a little bit higher on that spectrum, and this is one that I haven't tried on yet. I picked it up purely for this video. It's something that I've always wanted to pick up, and that is the Acne Studios X-Store t-shirt. Now, I've got to say, based off first impressions, I want to say I'm just feeling it right now. This t-shirt is very, very thick. I will throw up the specific GSM on the screen right now. Very thick to the touch. However, as you would know, a lot of influencers have worn this t-shirt. And I want to see, is it just hype because of the branding, the overall price, or does it actually match up to the value? That is the question I really want to answer about this question. However, before we get into this t-shirt, I think it's best that I also give my rating for the Represent blank t-shirt in this jet black. Now, personally, as I said, it features a lot of the fit and detail elements that I love in a t-shirt, especially with the thick neck collar, the cotton blend, and overall this very, very soft, almost vintage touch to it. Personally, I'm going to have to give this t-shirt a 9.2 in terms of the quality and the overall value you get from this t-shirt. I would 100% spend the $155 on another blank t-shirt from Represent. But with that being said, I reckon it's time I throw this one on. Guys, I am really excited about trying this one on. Okay, let's throw it on. Wow, okay, so a few details that I've picked up from wearing it just for the brief moment that I've thrown it on is that it is insanely thick. Now, with those last two t-shirts, the Uniqlo U Airism oversized tee and the Represent blank in that jet black, both of them have quite a lot of stretch to it. And I did think that that was going to be the case with this one, considering it is 100% cotton. But wow, this is extremely thick on body. Now, I really do love the overall look of this one. I especially love the minimal branding. However, we're just going to sort of ignore that, considering I'm looking at the t-shirts for their blank nature here. But I'm really indecisive on this one because, in one retrospect, looking at it on, it honestly looks sick. Let's be real. It looks great. It does feature a very similar fit, as I mentioned. This one is also cropped. This one's a little bit less boxy than I had initially thought it would be. As you can see there, it does sort of fit a little bit more true to size in terms of a t-shirt just on the sides there. And you do have slightly elongated sleeves there. It's a very odd fit. I think it looks great. However, there's no real stretch, and not that you need that, but I feel like if you're going to be wearing it and you want comfort, especially for the price point, guys, of $420. $420. Could you imagine the amount of Uniqlo U Airism tees you could buy? Or you could at least buy 3 of the Represent t-shirts, or close to. Wow, yeah, it's expensive, and I'm expecting quality, and I will say it. In terms of the actual quality, the neck collar feels absolutely beautiful. Very thick to the tee. As I said, that's something I really do love in my t-shirts, and I feel like that really does look great here. However, I just think the cotton blend is perhaps a little bit too thick, which I don't think would be a problem if the overall silhouette was a little bit more boxy, because you'd still feel that breathable nature. However, as you can see, it's just not as boxy as I would like, which also means you're a little bit more snug. And considering the cotton has, I would say, absolutely no stretch, I don't think this one really gives you the value that I would have thought. And guys, I would say that if it was boxy, it might actually live up to somewhat of the hype. Not all of it, because $420 for a t-shirt is ridiculous at the end of the day. But yeah, I think this one's just lost a lot of points for that, unfortunately. I will say that the cotton feels very, very nice. Though it is very thick, it still has a very nice soft finish to it. And you can tell that this is a quality product. I'm not doubting that whatsoever. $400, definitely not worth that price point. I would say maybe if this was on sale for a price point similar to the Represent one for $150, maybe even $100. Personally, this one is just, Wow, it's really let me down. I was so excited to try this one on as well. I thought in my head if I tried it on and I loved it, I would just keep it because it just looks like something you could wear every day, which is definitely the case. However, I would rather just pick up a bunch of Uniqlo U t-shirts and have hundreds extra left around in my pocket. So unfortunately, this one, I'm going to have to give it a rating out of 10. Wow, this one's really hard because the t-shirt's great. The sizing is a little bit more snug than I personally would have liked. But the price point really just brings it all down. I would say out of 10, guys, I'm going to have to give this... Quality's there. The quality's there. I'm going to have to give it a solid... I'm debating between a 6.5 to 7. I reckon I'm going to meet in the middle. It's a 6.8 from Acne. Really disappointed, to be honest. I really expected a lot from Acne. This is my first piece I've ever picked up from Acne Studios. And it just really doesn't meet any of the criteria that I would like. So, unfortunately, yeah, this one is going to be rated very, very last in terms of the scale of 1 to 10. In terms of the overall experience of trying on all these t-shirts that beat the budget, which one is the best value that you guys are getting? I know I rated the overall look, feel, quality out of 10. However, when it comes down to the price point, I'm in... Am I? Okay, yeah. Okay, I think I've been sucked into the Uniqlo U Airism hype. $20, absolute steal. The quality, the fit. I can definitely move past the polyester for $20 and get a variety of colors. Just knowing that I could go pick up this sage green one, an olive one, a cream one, or a variety of colors today and honestly keep the price point below 100, picking up, 3 or 4. That's absolutely ridiculous. And personally, I think it's just a testament to how good Uniqlo is. For me, I've always said I love Uniqlo. I'm a big fan of their bottoms, especially some of their jackets. However, I've never really been into the t-shirts until today. So I expect that you will see me in some Uniqlo U Airism t-shirts in future videos. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to drop a like down below. This is a new series I'm bringing out, so I hope you guys are keen for it. Let me know some comments down below on what I should review next. 3 different items at 3 various price points. We do have one coming up in terms of jeans, where you will see a return of the Acne Studio brand. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya.